What's up, guys? Today I'm doing some very important research. I'm going to be checking out 4 different stock video sites and doing a colossal head-to-head challenge to see which site is the best. We're going to determine it today once and for all. My name's Jenn Jager. I own a professional video production company, and I have my YouTube channel here where I make videos to help you make better videos. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button. So in my day job at Plum Productions, I sometimes have to rely on stock video, and there's a lot of stock video sites out there, but today we're going to be checking out 4 that are really popular. The first one is Videoblocks. We're going to look at Videohive, which is by Envato. We're going to be looking at Pond5 and also iStock, which is owned by Getty, which Getty is like the premier stock image and video company. So we're going to be evaluating these 4 stock sites with a lot of different criteria. What I'm going to be doing is replicating what I do in real life. So usually in real life, I have an idea of a shot I need to fulfill a certain purpose. And I go on one of these sites, I do my search terms, and I see what comes up. And then I consider, and these are the criteria I consider, variety. So do I get a lot of different options in those search results? Diversity. Are there lots of people with different skin tones and looks? Pricing, obviously, is always a consideration, as is image quality. Is it available in 4K? Does it look like it's lit well? Does it look like a really pretty shot? Or is it something that doesn't look, as professional? So those are the things we're going to be looking at. So as I search for the videos that I'm looking for, you're going to be seeing what I see on my computer screen. You're going to see the search results right along with me. You'll be able to evaluate right along with me as well. So let's get right to it. Our first category is medical. Medical shots are probably one of the most common things I have to search for in my business. So what we're going to be looking for in each of these 4 sites is a shot of a doctor and a patient. So that's all I'm going to search for on these 4 sites. We're going to see what the results are. Ready? So let's start with Videoblocks. I'm going to search doctor and patient. And here's what comes up. So we talked about we're going to be evaluating variety, image quality, diversity, and pricing. This is what's coming up under most relevant, is how it's sorted by on Videoblocks. And yeah, some of these shots are kind of cheesy. This one's interesting. That's kind of a higher quality shot if you were looking for something dental. I'd say this is pretty hit or miss. Some of these shots are like comical, which I don't find helpful at all. And I'm surprised that all I searched for was doctor and patient, and that these are the results that came up. Now, if I load more, I might be getting down here. You can see some more serious shots. This is probably more in the vein of what I would be looking for. But it's interesting that their algorithm resulted in dental shots and like kid shots. Very odd to me. So I'm going to say that this is not amazing in terms of selection. And I'm also saying that it's not amazing in terms of diversity, because I just see a lot of white people here. I'm not going to lie. And I wonder if I had to actually search deeper with using specific keywords of different ethnicities to find a little more variety. But for the purpose of this video, I am doing just doctor and patient across the board, across all of these platforms. So this is what we ended up with. Now, in terms of pricing though, I have to say, I'm going to tell you right off the bat that Videoblocks is probably going to be the best value of any of these platforms, because they do a flat annual fee for unlimited downloads. I'll link to it below, but I have to say that I'm a very happy customer of Videoblocks. I use Videoblocks all the time. I love that flat fee. And then if I'm really in a pinch and I need some stock shots, I can usually rely on Videoblocks to kind of help me through my edit. And I love Videoblocks. But in terms of these search results, I'm not going to say that they're great. So I don't know if the value is there right at this moment based on this search term. So let's move on to Envato's Videohive. We're going to search doctor and patient just like we did the first time. And let's see what comes up. Okay, right away I can see I have over 5,600 results. Right away, I spot some diversity here. We've got a Muslim technician. The pricing is pretty good. Look at this one's only $10. And this one is $46, which I don't think is unreasonable. If you needed like a very specific shot, then $46 to me is perfectly reasonable. Here's some more diversity. And let's see what the one thing is, it's not telling me what the resolution is. Oh, here we go. Let's click this slider and crank it up to 4K. So these 4K shots, this one's only $23. That is not bad. I'd say Videohive for these search results is great. I feel like the image quality is really good. I have tons of results under 4K. The pricing is really affordable, and the actual search results are more relevant than VideoBlocks. With VideoBlocks, I felt like a lot of the shots were comical. It was kind of the same characters in the same scene over and over again, and there was not a lot of diversity. So far, Videohive, I'm into it. This is really good. Let's now check out the same search term on pond5.com. So again, doctor and patient on pond5. The thumbnails are a lot smaller. I'm going to make it so there's 120 search results. And I can see here that I have, wow, 909 pages with 120 search results. There's a lot of results here on Pond5. Wow. See, now these ones, all right, this one's $59 and it's only available in HD. We do have some diversity here. This one's available in HD and 4K. So now this one says starting at $59, and it makes me wonder, I'm going to guess that's the HD price. What would it be in 4K? $99. So definitely more pricey than Videohive. Let's go back and look some more. Again, I think that these search results are very relevant to what I was looking for. I mean, I had a pretty broad search, but I see a lot of variety. Again, it's not dentists, it's not kids pretending to be doctors, it's real medical situations. So I do like this very much. So now let's check out iStock. iStock is kind of, you know, it's part of Getty, which is really like the Mac Daddy top tier of stock images. I expect things to be a little bit more expensive in iStock, but I also expect the image quality and the scenes to be higher as well. So let's check that out. Okay, so here are our search results. And I do like how with a lot of these sites, you can just hover over the thumbnail and see the shot in action. I see diversity right off the bat. Lots of variety, so I'm not seeing the same people in the same shots over and over. The image quality on these, in terms of like not just the resolution, but like the setups and how natural they look. I mean, this looks really natural to me. It doesn't look staged. It looks like they're in authentic environments. This is why iStock is such a great site. I mean, these are really high quality stock images, so I think that's great. And here some of them are notated that they are 4K. Let's see how much a shot like this would cost. Now, the thing about iStock, which makes me crazy, is the way they do their pricing. They make you buy credits, and then you spend the credits on their site. And what they're trying to do is to get you to buy bulk credits and spend more money on their site, because you can get, the more credits you buy, the cheaper each credit is. But it drives me crazy. I would rather just know what is the price of this individual shot, because I do subscribe to VideoBlocks, which has served me so well over the years that I don't get onto iStock too often unless I have a client that wants something very, 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 very specific. So to me, I wouldn't be using those bulk credits that often. And so I do end up paying like a higher price per video. So we're going to do it in that fashion. What's the fewest number of credits we can buy to pay for this video? So if we want to even find out oh, here it is, 6 credits. So I know off the top of my head, 6 credits is $60. So I'm going to say that this is an awesome value, this particular shot, compared to Pond5. And it's a little more expensive than Videohive, but if you really liked the quality of these shots, it would be worth it to you. Let's click on over to Signature, which is their higher quality shots. And I don't really know how they determine what's higher quality. I mean, a lot of the essential shots were shot in 4K. So I think it has something to do more with the content of the shots than just the resolution. So how much is this Signature shot? Let's pick one we like. What's a nice shot? That's 18 credits. So let's see how many credits we would have to buy. For just this one shot would be $170. And you can see how they kind of entice you into spending more money. So I could get 36 credits, which would be 2 shots for $325. So obviously, like, that's a better deal if I do buy those 36 credits. But iStock is pricey. But I think if you went even with the essentials, the cheaper shot, I still thought those shots were really good. And, you know, to me, they're a good value. So for this category, for the medical category, I'm going to rank these and tell me if you agree or disagree. I'm going to say Videohive was best when we look at all the criteria we're looking at. Next, I'm going to go with iStock because I felt like the quality of the shots, even for just $60, was really good. Next, I'm actually going to go with VideoBlocks because it's so cheap on VideoBlocks that I think, you know, that's a great consideration. And I think if we had dug a little bit deeper for medical shots and been more specific with our search terms, we probably would have had better results. And last place is Pond 5 because I felt like their shot quality was similar to Videohive, but they were considerably more expensive. So let's talk about our next category, which is family. To me, I might be searching for a family shot if I'm talking about something like estate planning or something like that. I might just need a generic, natural looking family shot. So let's search that on these 4 sites. Once again, we're going to be starting with VideoBlocks. A lot of variety. Right off the bat, I see diversity. There's a lot of diversity here. I do notice that I am seeing like the same families over and over. There's not a ton of variety. See, now we're getting into some search results that I don't think make a ton of sense. Like these are just couples, not family. This one looks like super staged. So they're not really natural. I don't know how this is family. So again, I think VideoBlocks, sometimes you have to work a little harder to find the shot specifically that you want. I don't think that their search algorithm is as amazing as it could be because a lot of these shots, again, are not relevant. They're couples. They are, looks like friends, not family. So I think if we dug, we could find what we were looking for in here. But let's move on over to Videohive and see how Videohive does. Not seeing a ton of variety here. See, this is like sort of what I would normally be looking for, this whole family, especially if I was doing like an estate planning. This shows like generations. So this to me is exactly what I would be looking for. All right, so these are some general family, cute family shots. I'd say this is pretty mediocre. I wouldn't say that this is the best results. Some of these are really staged looking. They're not very natural. This one's a little more natural that I've got here. All right, now let's check out Pond 5. Okay, this is cute. This to me looks really natural. This starts at $150. Let's see how much this is going to be if we shoot in 4K or if we get it in 4K. It's going to be $300 for this shot. That is a lot of money. Yeah, I probably couldn't sell a client on a $300 shot, I have to say. I see some diversity. Again, I would say the search results aren't amazing. Like I have cats down here. Why are there cats? This is again what I would probably normally go for, this multi-generational shot. Or like this cute family on the beach. We've got an Asian family. I'm just going to say as an aside, you don't see a lot of Asian families represented in stock video sites. I mean, there's definitely some, but I feel like that's probably one of the more underrepresented groups in stock sites. That's just a note I would tell you. So when I do see an Asian family represented, it does catch my eye a little bit. This is a really cute shot too. This one starts at 75, and if we wanted it in 4K, it would be 150. Okay. All right, so now let's check out iStock. Wow. These shots are pretty. Yeah, look at how beautiful. All right, let's just search by Essentials, which is the lower priced shots. Yeah, this is a great shot. How much? 6 credits. So $60 for that shot. I think that's like really reasonable for a very high quality 4K video shot. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. Like, these shots are really natural. The thing about stock video shots is sometimes you end up with like people's like friends, like, oh, hey, I'm a videographer. I'm going to sell some stock video on one of these stock video sites. Will you be in the shot with me? And they just don't look as natural as sometimes if they actually hire actors for these stock shots. And I definitely think you can tell the difference. So that's kind of usually what you're paying for, is how natural the shot is. And I think iStock is great. So let's talk about this category and rank them. I'm going to say best is iStock. For $60, some of these shots are so high quality. I'm really into them. Next up, I would say VideoBlocks next, again, because of the great value. And while it didn't have the most amazing family shots, I think there was enough to get by and find what you were looking for. Next up would be Videohive. I didn't feel like they had much better selection than VideoBlocks, and the pricing was higher, so that's why I'm putting them third. And again, Pond5, a few good shots here and there, but really expensive, very expensive. I think you're better off on iStock. Okay, so next let's look for a shot of Tampa at night from the air. I'm looking for a drone shot of Tampa at night, and I'm picking Tampa because it's kind of a second tier city. It's a big enough city where somebody probably shot it with a drone at night, but it's not like New York or Vegas or London where I know I'm easily going to be finding a drone shot. It's a little more tricky. I'm expecting a little less variety on this one, but let's try it. First up, VideoBlocks. So here we go, search results for night aerial Tampa. You guys, nothing. We couldn't find any videos that match your selected criteria. Yikes. What if I just searched aerial Tampa? I'm just curious. Okay, so they do have the aerials of Tampa, but none of them in the evening. These are pretty shots, but it's not what I'm looking for. Let's search on Videohive. Again, nothing here. No results. Huh. Am I being too difficult? I don't think I am. Let's just search for daytime shots. And that's it. Very little. This is a famous bridge in Tampa. It's a good landmark, a good establishing shot, but it is not what I'm looking for. And this one here is an airplane arriving, which probably isn't even in Tampa. And then somebody has like supered in the word Tampa. That's not what I'm looking for at all. All right. So now let's look on Pond5 for that nighttime aerial of Tampa. Whoa. We hit the jackpot here. Holy moly. Look at all these shots. It's crazy to me that the other sites didn't have any options for me, and yet this site has so many. Again, the pricing's not really cheap. I'm just going to pick, I like this one. No, maybe I don't. I think I like this shot. I love this shot. Let's see how much this would cost. In 4K, it's 99 bucks. Not the cheapest, but not bad. And it doesn't look like we have tons of options anyway. So I would probably end up buying something on Pond5 unless iStock could blow me away with price and content. Let's try it. Here we are on iStock. Let's search night aerial Tampa. iStock has no results. Wow. What if we look just for the daytime aerial of Tampa just to see? In the interest of fairness, because we did that for the other sites. Wow. Okay. If I were looking for a daytime shot, I would be blown away by what's on iStock. These shots are great, but at the end of the day, it's not what I was looking for. So God, these are beautiful shots. iStock, wow. Okay, so I'm going to say the clear champion of this challenge is Pond5. Everyone else, I can't even rank them because they didn't even have any search results for me. So Pond 5, you did it. Cheers to you. The next category is hard to get access to. So we're looking for a shot of a place that you can't just walk in with a camera anywhere. In this case, we're going to be using the search term airport gate because you can't just walk into an airport, get through the gate and start shooting away, obviously. So let's see how we do. First up, of course, is going to be VideoBlocks. So there are a couple shots here. This is like not great. It doesn't look like it's very controlled. It's just this, they kind of caught this kid in the moment. This shot here does not look like it's in the US, and you know, that could be a consideration. If you're trying to look for a certain, have a video that looks like it was shot in a certain place. So this is clearly not in the US. It's clearly in Asia. Everyone in the background is Asian. It may or may not matter to you. This is not a bad shot. This is going through baggage claim. It's not technically an airport gate though, actually. Wow, this person is walking down the jetway. I'd say that is pretty specific, but look, it's all in Asian. It's not in English, if that matters to you. Very little. This is a hard to get shot. Here's just like an empty terminal. This is definitely in the US. This looks like Atlanta Airport to me, where I have spent an inordinate amount of time myself. So I'm going to say this is okay. See, this shot looks super staged to me. Like, why is somebody in like a mock pilot's outfit checking people in at a gate? That's not realistic in the slightest. All right, let's move on to Videohive and see if we have better luck there. These are actually pretty good, and the price on this is just $23. The other thing about Videohive that I do kind of like is that it tells you how many times the shot has been sold. You can see that here. This is just one sale. And I do like that because sometimes I hate when I kind of cringe if I see on TV or somewhere else a stock shot I've used before. And I feel like people, if I'm noticing it, maybe other people are noticing it too. Like, oh, there's that shot again from that other commercial or whatever. So I do like that you can see how popular a shot is on Videohive. I don't know that any of the other sites give you that information, and sometimes it's helpful to know that. So yeah, I mean, these pretty much look like gate shots, and the prices on them are really reasonable. All right, so I think Videohive is actually pretty good. Let's check out Pond 5. All right, there's a lot of variety here, but none of them are exactly what I was hoping to find. So I wouldn't say these shots are amazing. It's really just crowd shots at the gates. Very little of, here's like a very specific shot. And this is in the United States. I can see it's United Airlines. That's not bad, and it's $40. It's only available in HD though, not in 4K. All right, let's try iStock. I do see what look like they could be at the airport gate shots. There's people sort of in a waiting area. It's hard to tell if, like, for instance, this shot down here that I'm looking at is staged or if it is shot in a real airport because you see so little, but it is pretty. Empty shots, crowd shots. Not that impressed. In diversity, I mean, I'm not even looking for diversity on this one because this is a tough category because it's tough to access these places and set up shoots, you know, there. So, which is why specifically I would be looking for a shot of an airport gate if I needed it. The same thing goes for like a courthouse or anything where it's like government and restricted. It's always a challenge. If someone could access these airport shots, they could probably make a lot of money online if they could get some really good shots in an airport because they are hard to come by. I'm kind of underwhelmed with iStock. I thought if anybody was really going to come through for us, it would be iStock. So if I had to pick a winner for this category, I would definitely say Videohive. They didn't have tons of options, but they had a few and the pricing was pretty good. Next up, I would say iStock because the pricing's higher, but it's not necessarily much better than Videohive. It didn't really blow me away with the shots. And I would put Pond 5 and VideoBlocks kind of at the end of things. I guess VideoBlocks because it's cheaper, but if you recall, the shots and VideoBlocks were not great. A lot of them were clearly not shot in the US, if that's important to you. And Pond5, again, had very little, and it's a little bit pricey. So now let's look at our final category, which is portraits. Portraits is just someone looking right to camera. This is a category where diversity is going to be super important because we want to be able to see a lot of different types of faces, gender, ethnicities, eye color, hair texture. We want to see a lot of diversity in these shots. So that's what we're going to check out next. Of course, let's start with VideoBlocks. So I'm just going to search portrait. Normally I would search something much more specific, but let's just see what comes up. Wow, there's a lot of diversity here and a lot of options. So they're looking to camera. That's kind of the signature of a portrait shot where they're aware of the camera. Usually this is more of a hero shot here. This is not accurate. This is not a portrait shot. So I don't know why that came up in search results. Usually it's just one person. In my mind, this is what a portrait shot is, looking right at the camera. That's kind of an interesting, oh, and they both look. That's actually not a bad portrait shot. All right, I would say VideoBlocks is pretty good. A lot of diversity, exactly what I would be looking for. Let's just load more. Some of these are so hokey, I can't even. And I really hate these green screen shots. I don't think that they do anything. All right, let's move on to Videohive. In my experience, Videohive has tons of portrait shots. It's just, if I need something like that, I usually do turn to Videohive. Let's see what kind of luck I have today. Like, this is usually the type of shot I would be looking for. Something that says something about a happy employee. Some of these I do not, oh, there's like a lot of selfies now. I guess the term portrait has kind of been started to encompass the selfie shot as well. To me, a portrait, like I said, is just looking right at the camera, just like this shot here I'm showing you. Let's see. That's kind of a cool shot. It's a little expensive, $179. Wow, it's a lot of selfie shots when you look for portrait. This is good. I think a lot of the shots that I like that are truly portrait shots tend to be more expensive on Videohive than a lot of the other categories we searched. I don't know why, but they're very nice. They're good quality. The price on them is just a little rich for my blood, in my opinion. All right, now I'm going to click on over to Pond5 and just see what we get there. Wow, Pond5 is killing it on the portrait shots. Look at how many they have. Look at these diverse faces. I mean, really, this is like exactly what I would expect to see for portrait shots. People looking right at the camera, aware of the camera, a lot of different variety in terms of ethnicity, age, even like hairstyles. So the HD version starts at $79 and the 4K version is $179, which is interesting. It's the same price as Videohive. So you know, you're looking, if you want a really nice portrait shot, it seems like you're going to be looking to pay a pretty penny. Let's see what we can get on iStock. Okay, these shots are these shots are so gorgeous. iStock really comes through, and we're on the Essentials tab, which means these are the lower priced shots. I would say there's not, I don't know, maybe because I'm not seeing as many thumbnails as once, there's not as much like diversity as there seemed to be on Pond5 in terms of like age. Let's look at pricing for these. So it says Essentials, which I think is like the $60. Yeah, it's 6 credits, so it's $60. Let's see if we were searching on the Signature, which is the higher tier of shot. I can't wait to see what those look like. Doesn't that look like that actor, Jason Statham? He looks like famous, this guy. And this is 18 credits. So we know that this, I believe, is going to be, yeah, $170, which honestly is still cheaper than what the Pond5 and Videohive sites wanted for their good portrait shots. So really competitive. So how am I going to rank these? I got to put iStock on top because even for their signature, their most expensive tier of video, it's still actually slightly cheaper than the best shots I was seeing on Pond5 or Videohive. I think next up I'd have to go VideoBlocks again because of the value. They had lots of diversity, lots of options. Yeah, the shot quality wasn't as good as iStock, but the price was way better than Pond5 or Videohive. And $179 is almost what you would pay on VideoBlocks for an entire year of unlimited downloads, which I think is $199. So the value on VideoBlocks is way higher. Even if the quality of the videos is not quite as good. And then I would put Pond5 and Videohive right in the same level, third place for tie, because they were very similar in pricing and in terms of quality. So what can we say is the champion of stock video sites? I'm having such a hard time. I think I would have to say Videohive, I'm going to put at the top because value to me is really important, and I think it's really important to a lot of you. And I do think that Videohive was the best balance in terms of shot quality and pricing. Next to that, I would put iStock because iStock is more expensive, but you cannot deny that the shots are beautiful. Next, I would put VideoBlocks because the value is amazing on VideoBlocks. VideoBlocks has saved my butt so many times over the years, and I love VideoBlocks. And in last place, I would put Pond5 because while I felt like the shot quality on Pond5 was on par with Videohive, the prices were higher and the quality of the shots was lower than iStock, but the prices were similar. So I'm going to put Pond5 at the bottom. Pond5, I'm sorry, although I have used Pond5 many times over the years and they have saved me a few times as well. But I think that's my definitive ranking. What did you guys think about the way I ranked these sites? What's your favorite site? And let me know in the comments if you think I was right on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Monday. Make sure you subscribe.